Right, so hey guys, welcome back to another video with me, of course, Ellis, and today we're going to be looking at the essentials to take with you on a mountain bike weekend. So I'm so sorry for the lack of the video last weekend, but to make up for it, there should be two videos this weekend. This video should be out on Friday and there should be one on Sunday. You have to wait and see what the Sunday one is, but it includes riding a bike, of course. So let's get started with the video. So imagine you're going away on a weekend with your mates to, say, Bike Park Wales, and you need to think of the essentials to take with you to minimise down on luggage and different things like that. So today I've compiled a bit of a list of different things that I would take with me. So the first essential that I'll say to take on any ride with you is one of these. This is a hydration pack. You put your water in it and everything like that. This is just a cheapo Muddy Fox one. It works for me for the time being. I'm not prepared to go and spend hundreds of pounds on a really high-end one until this one breaks. So this is great. I always recommend you take one of these wherever you go riding. You can store a lot more water on it and quench your thirst a lot easier than having to get a bottle out and different things like that. So to go in this hydration pack, we've got a selection of different things that I take when I go for a ride with me. So one of them is, one of the big ones is an inner tube. So you've always got to take an inner tube on a ride with you. So I'd recommend you take the size of inner tube that you've got in your wheels. But say you go on a long ride and you want to take a spare one just in case one of your mates' ones pops, always take a 27.5 because you can always stretch a 27.5 into a 29er and it'll fit in a 27.5, but in 26.5 it'll always bunch up into a 26.5, so it's quite a universal tube. Let's pretend it didn't happen. So it's quite a universal tube and it'll fit in basically all tyre sizes, so I'd fully recommend take a tube with you wherever you go. So to put the tube in the tyres, you will need tyre levers. So if you don't have a fancy multi-tool with tyre levers on, you can just use these. These came free with an MB UK magazine. I think they're some of the nicest quality tyre levers I've seen around, and they're a beautiful blue colour because they go with my bike. That's why I take them with me even if I don't need them. But say if you wanted to get a multi-tool integrated with them, I've got this Toe Peak one, which is absolutely amazing, and it's got tyre levers in each of the sides, which I think is absolutely amazing. That brings us on to the next thing, multi-tools. You should take a multi-tool wherever you go on a bike, no matter how small of a ride it is, how long of a ride it is. You might always need a multi-tool. This one is an amazing multi-tool. It's got your chain tool on it. As I said, it's got your tyre levers on it, all different hex wrenches, Phillips, flathead, everything you want on it. But yeah, this is an absolutely amazing tool. Another thing that I take in my hydration pack are these. These are Park Tool super glue patches, and I don't even know if you can see them, but they're absolutely amazing. They're called the Park Tool GP2. They're amazing. You don't need any kind of glue. You just dry it off. You stand a little bit down around it, got a little bit of glass paper in here. You smack your patch on, leave it 5 or 10 minutes to dry, and the tyre is and the tube is good as new. So I'll take these with me just in case. On the off occasion, I pop the tube that I put in so I can whack one of them in, or for my mates who don't have a tubeless setup. So you knew this one was coming. Zip ties. You can't go anywhere on a bike without zip ties. Zip ties, like, do everything. They're amazing. They're universal. They fit around anything. Say if you wanted one and this didn't fit around it, well then you bunch it up with another one, another one, another one, and you can keep making a continuous loop. They're absolutely amazing. Whatever you can't fix with a zip tie, you can fix with duct tape. That's the saying. So I think these are absolutely amazing. Depends what size you want. You can get really small ones, really like medium ones, and you get some huge ones as well. I've got some over there, but I don't take them riding with me. Don't tend to use them. This just saves a bit of weight and a bit of space in the hydro pack. And then you might think this is dangerous having a pair of pliers in your bag, but hey ho, it is what it is. It's good for when you need to do stuff, get in places and move stuff around. It's also good because you've got your little cutting edge on it for when you want to cut your zip ties off, so you've not got a sharp edge sticking off like a knife or gash into the side of your leg. So now we've talked about the stuff that goes inside the hydro pack. Now we're going to talk about the stuff that will either be left at the campsite or in the back of the van in my crate. So say we're going to Bike Park Wales for the weekend or somewhere for the weekend. These are the products that I'll leave in the van, so when I get back I can do tinkering my bike and different things like that. So one of the first things I'll leave at the campsite or in the van is a floor pump. So this is a high volume floor pump. It is just a cheap one from Halfords because it's nothing special, didn't need anything special. It seats tubeless tyres and different things like that. So this is a definite must to get a floor pump, even if you don't go anywhere. but I'd recommend you fully taking one of these to the trailhead in the van or the campsite and different things like that, so you don't have to mess around with the with your hand pump and different things like that. Speaking of pumps, this is a shock pump. So say you had a slight leak in your shock or your front forks, you could top it up with this. You can change the pressure, different things like that. So I'd highly recommend one of these. One of these, it's dead cheap. This was another cheap one from Halfords. It does the job for the time being and gets everything done. So another thing, say I was going on a weekend, I'd always take some chain lube with me. So this stuff is wax and water emulsion. So this I bought this from the NEC Cycle Show. It was amazing reading how it works and different things like that. You put it on, it dries, it lasts for thousands of kilometers and different things like that. So I'd highly recommend get something like this. Or if you've already got the trusty muck off lube, this is some wet lube, I've got some dry lube, but take your pick, whichever you fancy, but I'd always recommend taking some sort of lubrication device for your chain. So we were talking about multi-tools before, but now I'm going to talk about Allen keys and hex wrenches on their own. So you don't want to have a big multi-tool like that. Look how small the hex wrench is compared to that, and the leverage you'll be able to get off that. You can't get that in small spaces and different things like that. You can't get this in small spaces if you think about it, but I've got some big ones that I haven't got down, but these prove the point anyway, and these can be used separately. Say if you had 2 bits that you needed to do each side, you can do it like that. So I'd highly recommend you take a separate set of hex wrenches with you. Another thing that I highly recommend you take with you is a spare pair of brake pads. You don't know how fast you're going to wear through them. You don't know if you contaminate them and different things like that. These are a brand new set of contaminated brake pads. Oh, this was so annoying. They got oil all over them and they're absolutely fucked. So these are absolutely waste of £5. So these are just a showpiece now and a bit of a prop because they don't work, or I can use them as a wedge. So now we're coming on to the final two, what I think essential products to take with us. So the first one is tape. So this is duct tape, and it is absolutely amazing. It will stick to anything, it will hang off absolutely anything, and I'd fully recommend taking it with you because you can do everything with this kind of stuff. I had to tape a peak on my helmet last time I went to bike pot whales because the screw fell out the top, so this is absolutely amazing. And as the final one, I'd say take some grease with you. I had a run-in last time where I didn't have enough grease in my headset and it was creaking like a buggery. Didn't have any of this with me and it was driving me absolutely insane. So I've learnt my lesson and I bought myself a big pot of grease to take with me wherever I go mountain biking, so I can just top her up after one ride. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I know it was quite short, and sorry for the lack of last weekend's video. There should be a video coming on the channel on Sunday, if not Monday, which will be a riding video. Oh, I don't know where yet, you will find out. Well, I know where, but you will find out on Sunday and Monday, and I hope you enjoy that video. So as I say, I hope you enjoyed this video. My name's Ellis. Remember to keep on riding and keep on smiling, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.